I was watching my favorite courtroom drama, Justice Served, when a peculiar thing happened. At the same pause scene I always found myself at, I spotted something that made me question everything. A repeated symbol etched into the villain's hand. It was a small detail, but it changed everything for me. I'm about to share my side of the story and see if you think I crossed a line in my interpretation of this character. It started on a typical Tuesday evening, around 9 p.m. My family was already asleep, and I had decided to stay up late, rewatching Justice Served for what felt like the 100th time. I always got hooked by the same scene. The moment when protagonist lawyer Emma Taylor confronts her arch-nemesis, Victor Lagrange. The tension builds up, and just as you think it's going to be a typical showdown between good and evil, something unexpected happens. But on this particular evening, my eyes landed on something I had never noticed before, a symbol etched into Victor's hand. It looked like a crude V made out of 3 parallel lines. At first, I thought it was just a random marking, but then I saw it again. The same symbol appeared in several other scenes throughout the show. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I realized that this might not be a mistake after all. I started to rewind the scene over and over, trying to make sense of what I had seen. As I watched, I began to notice more details about Victor's character that made me question his true intentions. Was he truly evil, or was there something more complex at play? The more I thought about it, the more I became convinced that this symbol held the key to understanding Victor's motivations. I couldn't shake off the feeling that I had stumbled upon a hidden message in the show. It seemed too coincidental that I would notice something so subtle and yet so significant. I felt like I was on the verge of uncovering a deep conspiracy, one that would change my perspective on the entire series. And it all started with that simple symbol. As I continued to analyze the scene, I found myself getting more and more invested in Victor's character. I started to see him as a complex person rather than just a villain. He was multidimensional, with his own set of circumstances that had led him down this path of destruction. The more I learned about him, the more I felt a connection to his story. But not everyone would agree with my interpretation. In fact, some fans were quite vocal about their disdain for my theory. They saw Victor as nothing more than a one-dimensional villain and accused me of romanticizing him. They told me that I was crossing a line by making excuses for his actions and ignoring the harm he had caused. Their words stung, but I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was simply trying to understand a character's motivations and see beyond the surface level. I believe that everyone has a story worth telling, even those who have made mistakes or done harm. And I wanted to give Victor Lagrange his due. As I continued to engage with other fans online, I realized that my interpretation of the symbol was not just about Victor, but also about myself. It was about how we choose to see others, and whether we can find it in ourselves to empathize with those who have done wrong. I was reminded of a quote from a wise friend. Compassion is the bridge between two opposing forces. In that moment, I knew that my theory wasn't just about a TV show. It was about something much deeper. It was about how we can choose to see the world and its complexities. And in doing so, maybe we could find more peace, more truth, and more integrity. I leaned back on my couch, took a deep breath, and whispered a simple prayer. Lord, help me see the world as it truly is. As I closed my eyes, I felt a sense of calm wash over me. In that moment, I knew that I had made peace with my interpretation of Victor's symbol. And if others didn't agree with me, that was okay too. The truth is, sometimes we need to see the world in different ways to truly understand it. And maybe, just maybe, that repeated symbol on Victor's hand was a reminder to always look beyond the surface level and find compassion in our hearts. So what do you think? Did I cross a line by interpreting Victor as more than just a villain? Comment your take.